अला हबीब सल्लल्लाहु ताला अला मुहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु ताला अलैहि वसल्लम। कैसर भाई आपकी मोहब्बतों का शुक्रिया, लेकिन मैं एक बात की वजाहत करता चलूँ, मैं आलिम दीन नहीं हूँ, तो लिहाजा अल्लामा या मौलाना का टाइटल मेरे लिए सूटेबल नहीं। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह दावत इस्लामी के मदनी माहौल की बरकत से जो कुछ उलमा से सीखा और जो अमीर अहले सुन्नत की तरबियत है उसको मद्देनज़र रखते हुए इंशाअल्लाह अज़्ज़ व जल उलमाए अहले सुन्नत की तहरीरात से आपके साथ कुछ शेयर करने की कोशिश करूँगा। I have been requested to do an English speech, so inshallah I will try to say a few words in English. I'm not going to take too much of your time. I'm just going to mention two main points regarding the celebration of the birth of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam, the Miladun Nabi, a historical perspective on Milad Mustafa sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam, what is the history of it, and inshallah I'm going to mention the history of Milad Mustafa that began before the creation of mankind and from the Holy Quran, inshallah azza wa jal. And the second thing that I would like to mention, or I will start off with, is generally speaking, alhamdulillah azza wa jal, Muslims celebrate the birth of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam throughout the world, in Muslim countries, in non-Muslim countries. Here we are sitting in UK and there are hundreds of thousands of Muslims that celebrate the birth of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam, not just in the month of Rabiul Awwal but throughout the year. Whatever gathering takes place in our homes throughout the year, we call it Mehfil Milad, Milad ki Mehfil. Whenever we invite someone to such gatherings, we say, Hamare ghar Milad ki Mehfil hai. We are holding a Milad Mehfil. Come to the Milad Mehfil. Unfortunately, due to the lack of knowledge, or aap unki kismat bolein, there are certain individuals, certain Muslims who believe that celebrating the birth of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam is an innovation. And it is a bad innovation and it should not be celebrated, it should not be done. And the argument that they use is that neither the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala wasallam celebrated his birth, neither the companions alayhim ridwan celebrated the birth of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam, or they held such gatherings. This argument in itself is a false argument. And today I'm going to give a logical, very simple logical answer to this false claim. Youngsters, generally speaking, they understand logic more than the evidence from the Quran and the Hadith. Let's break down the Mehfil of Milad. What do we do in the Mehfil of Milad? Take this Mehfil as a gathering, as an example of Mehfil of Milad. We started off with what? Recitation of the Holy Quran. And that's always, whenever there is a Mehfil Milad, it starts off with the recitation of the Holy Quran. The next, after the recitation of the Holy Quran, is the praise of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wa sallam, Nate Mustafa sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wa sallam. After this, for example, I'm now doing a bayan, and the ulama-e kiram, the muballighin, they then talk about the life of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala wasallam, the seerah of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala wasallam, or they will talk about Islam and how we can actually adopt Islam, and they will be educating us about the teachings of Islam so that we can adopt, act upon them and become a practicing Muslims. And alhamdulillah, if there was a survey to be done, we will realize that thousands and hundreds of thousands of Muslims, when they participate in these Milad gatherings, they become more pious, they become more practicing. Many of them leave their life of sins. So Milad Mehfil in that sense is an invitation towards good. So we do the bayan. After the bayan, what happens in the Milad Mehfil? Dua, zikr, dua. After dua, what happens in Milad Mehfil? Salatu salam. After Salatu Salam, we do food. So, Tilawat Quran, Nate Mustafa, speech about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, dua, Salatu Salam, food. These are the 6 main components of Mehfil Milad.
Now ask yourself a question. You don't